My journal! Oh, I trust this wasn't too difficult to obtain. What of Horace? A shame that. Thank you for being brave enough to retrieve this, in spite of what happened to Horace. As we agreed, here is some gold for your trouble. I appreciate your help. Terrible, terrible what happened to him. I will remember Horace Despero as the bravest gnome I ever had the pleasure to meet. He was one fine, dedicated worker. You don't find that sort of ethic much anymore. Greetings!
Wow, look at what we have here. Truthfully, I never expected to see another civilized soul out here in Ettenmere. Something about the giant hairy monsters must keep people away. Good to meet you. The name is Ray Kildine, purveyor of fine sage-crafting goods and friend to the House of Ballads. Sure, Wenson and me are close friends, like brothers. And he doesn't mind at all if I camp outside the oratory here. Just so long as I clean up my mess. Apparently he's a legendary knight of the House of Ballads, its ruler. But I've never seen him slay anything. He doesn't even own a crown. It's a mystery to me. Fae come and go, but none of them ever pay me much mind. A while back, one of them dropped something in passing. They called it a cairn. I had it in my possession for one glorious night, before they pried it from my grip. Magic, I suppose. They don't seem to do much of anything on their own. I heard Wenson mention something about an echo stone, but I don't know what that is. Sounds like trouble to me. I don't call any one village or city home. No, I'm a wanderer by nature, a merchant by trade. Most people just assume it's because I'm a restless spirit. Actually, it's because my wife wants me dead. If the two of you ever meet, don't tell her you found me. Please. She's terrifying. I've been out here for weeks. Getting in is the easy part. It's getting back out that will get you killed. Lucky for me, Wenson and his friends have their oratory out here. Whatever an oratory is. They've never let me inside.
So brief his term among our court, so virile in his living. He is fervor embodied, he is vitality. He rescued Princess Luna to take as his own. King of Strand, Prince of Passion.
You're welcome in the keep, as long as your honor's intact. Dead? Each and every one? Well, you certainly rose above the call of service. You've earned your pay, and then some. Good then.
few supplies of fighters likely to need. What? That's all?
Why do I bother? It all goes dull and... bent again soon enough. That all?
There she is, my lovely bride. I am all dressed and prepared for our wedding. Thank you, stranger. Bless you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to seal my bond with a ring and a kiss. Any last words for a crusty bachelor? Nah, they're just a rebellious set of idiots. Can't take 2 steps without tearing their tribe to pieces. The only thing that binds them is their shamanistic superstitions. But you took care of that well enough by killing their shamans. My nymph! She just fouled that disgusting etching with a glance. Beauty kills even the beast, so they say. Did you not see her wiggle her way to the cliff overlooking the lake? It's where we first met, you know. A grand spot for our union. Well, friend, if there's nothing else, I'm off. You're welcome to witness the event if you care to. Wait a moment. That's no nymph. That's not the graceful creature I fell in love with. You were good enough to go along with an old man's wishes. Might I ask one more of you? I want you to kill that beast, to preserve the memory of my bride. And I'll see you rewarded if you do. I'd rather not talk about it, stranger. My personal failings tend to make me upset. You've seen the chaos and destruction the thing has caused. It's a demon of the waters. Not only that, but, to think I ever loved that thing. It's shameful. Please, it burdens my old heart. I'll reward you for the work. I promise you that much. Just see it gone. Farewell.
more, so formidably bloody bones. Once companion to Issa, now enemy to the court. Once lover of Era, then bringer of death. Now forever in decay, forever cursed, never to enter the great cycle, forever alone.
That's the end of that, then. I'm sorry for roping you into such a task, stranger. It's just... you see enough sadness in your life, and you see chances for happiness wherever you look. Now for your reward. Take my wedding ring. Pissed on Imelda's memory long enough. Seems fair I give up what hasn't been taken. It ain't much. Just a small charm that she had when we were wed. When fever took her, I mounted it on her grave. And then one of those two-headed bastards pried it off. Carried it to the lake, giggling like a pair of fools. Wouldn't dare follow the beasts there. But if you... well, you've helped me enough. Thank you. You're a kind soul indeed. The Etten took to the shore as soon as I saw him. He's somewhere on the lake's edge, I'm sure of it. I've been a fisherman on these shores since I could cast a net. Even the Etten leave me be. Used to be this was the Holmes Lake. But I lost my wife Imelda to fever, and my nephew abandoned me to go to Dyden Hill. And now I'm just an old man content to die in the house my family built here years ago. Not much here anymore besides the Etten and myself. We get the occasional traveller, but it's not often. The only thing that binds them is their shamanistic superstitions. But you took care of that well enough by killing their shamans. Found it after all. For Imelda's sake, I'm glad you didn't leave it with that monster. But I have a few coins left to my name, and you can take them. And the bed's free for your use whenever you care for it.
stranger. I heard you aren't afraid to pass through Webwood. What I wouldn't give to be like you, to leave this place. I haven't seen my home in weeks, and I fear something horrible has happened there. That's just it. I don't know. I came to Canarok some days before the first attacks. I was stuck here. Our farmhand, Cartery Jake, stumbled into Canarok a few days later. He was tight-lipped about my parents at first. Then he said the spiders got them. Now he avoids me, avoids everyone. Something happened at the farm, but I can't bring myself to find out what. Thank you. I will give you whatever I have. Just bring me news of my mother and father. I need to know what happened there. At Toff Farm, I need you to find out what happened there. I lost contact with my family when the spider attacks stranded me here. Our farmhand, Cartery Jake, made it here a few days after the attacks began, but he won't give me a straight answer about my parents. I fear the worst. My family was never that familiar with the history of Webwood. When we were fleeing from the war, we didn't have time to learn the old stories. But that's all they are, stories. There's no reason to believe in the widow any more than that the sun might fall one day from the sky and crush us all. It's a strange man that asks to be in charge in this situation. But we'll need to coordinate if we're to survive this. I am not from the town of Canarok. Not properly. My family... Well, I came from the east, from a small farm on the edge of Webwood. My parents loved the wood. Genuinely. There was no war. There was no worrying. It was a simpler life for them. But they were not from here. They didn't know the danger to our farm, to our lives. Farewell.
Yes, stranger?
Hello. Speak with me a moment while we're away from prying ears. Canarok is looking to me for leadership, and I'm more than happy to give it to them. However, if Barton returns, that all evaporates. Let me put it this way. It is for the best that he is dead. Do you understand? He's a stubborn and superstitious fool. He'd have the entire town chasing shadows instead of harvesting riches. Barton has survived worse than this. I want assurance that he won't return to rob me of my newfound status. So here's my proposal. Confirm that Barton is dead, whatever it takes. I'll pay well for your help in this. Unlike Barton, I have some sense of what leadership really requires. What are you talking about? I merely asked you to find Barton within Webwood. Or what's left of him. Now, are we finished? Canarok has need of me. I'm a very important man, you know. Good hunting!
Stay back. Wait. A fellow Varani? By the widow's mercy. Who sent you? Have you word from Kena Rock? I'm the only one left. My men and I were ambushed when we entered the cave. It's as if the damn spiders set a trap for us. These spiders are somehow using strategy, tactics. Simple ones, but enough to overwhelm us. I think someone is leading them. It's all over this cave. Footprints, torn webs, but no body. Could be the Bloody Widow for all I know, but Kena Rock needs to be told. That damn... This whole suicide mission was his idea. And now he tries to have me killed? I need to tell Kena Rock what has happened here, and deal with Garana. I have to hurry. Speak with me after we reach Kena Rock. Speak with me, please.
Hello. Hello.
For your part in saving me, you have my thanks. And you're welcome to Gossamer End, a house in the village. Billis Ade, the town blacksmith, will make repairs if you need them. For his treachery, I have banished Garana from this town. The widow take him. Enjoy your new home, but do so quickly. If the widow is out there, we must send someone to Castle Yolvin to find out why. Information. Castle Yolvin was a Fey bastion long ago. They used some form of the magic to pacify Webwood. Perhaps they can tell us how to calm Webwood. We need something to stop these damn spiders. Long ago, the Fae of that castle tamed them, and all of Webwood. If there's any clue as to what they did, or maybe about the widow, we could use it. I don't know what it could be. Could be a monster, a spider, or just a tale. There's no telling yet what we're dealing with. We have neither heard nor seen anything from the Fae stronghold in a long time. It was the Fae of that castle that tamed Webwood initially. We must discover how. It used to be a place for easy money when the Fae pacified the wood, but lately things have turned worse. The fair folk work a powerful magic over this forest. I've seen a lot in my years, but nothing quite like they're capable of. The spiders make their home in these trees, corrupting what should be a sunny place into a twisted, winding ruin. But Webwood wasn't more than a nuisance until now. Seems like Kena Rock is beset by the whole damn forest, and we're not winning.
There's a lot I need to do, stranger, so if you've come on business, you should make it quick. The forge is hot if you need to use it, and I've a few items I can spare, but we'll need them soon enough, I'm sure. I'd be happy to fix up old Gossamer End for you. That place could use some expansion. I can put in a dining area for some gold. What do you say? It will be ready in no time. Let me know if you want any further expansion. Well, it sure would be useful to have an alchemy workbench. I can add a room with one for some gold. The alchemy workbench should come in handy in these neck of the woods. The main floor has been expanded as much as possible, but I can squeeze in an attic for some gold. You'll be amazed when you see that attic. Well, I'll have to watch out for the riverbed, but I can add on a basement for some gold. I'll go ahead and set up the basement with some plants and reagents. You'll love it. If you're interested in more storage space, I can expand your basement for some gold. Be careful when you go in there. Somehow a spider got in when I was doing the last upgrade. I can do one last expansion of the basement, give you more space for the plants down there, for some gold. This'll be the last upgrade I can give you. I hope you like everything I've done. The man's a fighter, sure, but he's not been in Kena too long. He doesn't know us that well, and we don't know him either. Just about the only damn thing that keeps the town from falling to pieces. Literally, it's a blacksmith's job. Don't let my mother hear you. You'll have a mouthful of salt and your hands full of cold iron before you can reach the door. All my life it was just a tale the old ones would talk of when night fires were nearly out. But it's becoming real. The widow is real. I can't say I know much about it, besides the stories I heard when I was a boy. I spend most of my time in town as the handyman. It's almost as if the stories are now true. It's like the witch has come back. Keep safe.